What is the best gear to wear here in the Philippines? Trust me, I don't care how hot I am. Hot, like it can be hot as balls. But if I scrape on the ground, I would rather scrape that stuff than my own skin, right? I don't know what type of bike you're on, but generally speaking, that's what it looks like. Does it look right here where you're on there, right?
It feels way better, dude. Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Please check out the playlist here, somewhere up here. I'm pretty much archiving all the other moto life, moto vlog type things I've done over the past few years and trying to establish this channel with slowly releasing my old stuff. But wanted to just jump on here. Thank you for watching the art through video. Really appreciate that. Wanted to jump on here and showcase some of the purchases I've had, especially with gear. I love gear, I love color combinations and things like that. You see the gear back here, right there. That's some of the gear that I've been wearing, testing out. What is the best gear to wear here in the Philippines? Having that comfort and protection at the same time. What do you guys think? Do you prefer a full leather suit like this? Do you prefer just a leather jacket? Or do you prefer something like this, like my Icon Stryker, where it's like exoskeleton? What do you guys prefer when you're riding a motorcycle? I am in the Philippines. It is very humid here. My tolerance for heat is pretty high up there. I'm gonna give you some feedback as to what it's been like driving here with a motorcycle in the Philippines with this gear. Now I'm gonna try to share some video with you with me on the bike, wearing this gear and things like that, as well as pictures of me on a bike, on my other bikes with the other gear, because there is a barrier of entry because a lot of these things are very expensive for the average Filipino. Now, it can be had, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, at this price point, it's gonna cost you a bit of extra money, but if you can get something similar to it, at the end of the day, I would love for everyone to be protected and be safe. That's number one here. Because, trust me, I don't care how hot I am, like it can be hot as balls, but if I scrape on the ground, I would rather scrape that stuff than my own skin, right? Trust me, buying this gear is way less expensive than skin grafts. That's number one, okay? So let's get right into it. I'm gonna do some quick, you know, hopefully cool transitions into the gear and show you some stuff here and give you my feedback, especially with the mic on. I can move around. Let's put the tools away right here. Let's put the fan right here. I do need some ventilation here. I am 5'6", as you can see. My build is dad bod, right? But nonetheless, I'm pretty stocky. I joke around and I'm saying like I'm built like a tree stump. Let me put on the stuff I've been wearing and kind of show you some options as to what you can do when you're riding here in the Philippines, and hopefully this will help you. So the most simple one, right? You always have to have gloves. And these are my Alpine Star SP8s. Now these are all full leather right here. You have some customization here because you can tighten it up right here. Fitment wise, this is my extra large Alpine 8 right here. They're pretty much broken in, but I love that variation in color right there. Obviously, these are common in most gloves now. And you have some protection right here, right? I guess if ever, God forbid, you fall and you scrape, there's some protection here. Now, these are not like bulky. They do feel good in my hand, honestly. You know, because sometimes you're like, me as a rider, sometimes I need it as really tight as possible. But I don't really have no issues. I'll put the links down below, but I did buy these in the States. Now, at the end of the day, if you buy something comparable to this here in America, I mean here in the Philippines, great. But always, you know, be protected. So we have like little Velcro, I mean not Velcro, like little elasticity here, so we can move around. I got more leather here in the palms, because obviously this is basically what you're doing here all the time. So the wear and tear is going to be right up in there, right? I have extra protection right here, God forbid, you know, in case of you know, a fall. I'm going to try my best not to break my fall with my hands. It's not really a good situation to be in. But more protection over here. It's almost like three. You have the leather base, you have this like suedeness right here, and then this right here. So this is basically a point of impact right there, right? And then you have your usual, you know, your knuckles right there. But nonetheless, these are pretty decent gloves. The only thing I don't like about these gloves is the fact that they're not iPhone friendly. I mean, not iPhone, but they're not phone friendly. I just find that they won't, you know, work with the phone and everything. I've never had no issues with them. I do have a short set at home in America that I have to still send over here. but I've never had any issues with these gloves. Alpine's a great brand, right? So good. So what you have next here is, I'll put the review up, and I still have it after all these years, still holding. You have that, I think that very special, like, I think D30. Let me see what it is. Yeah, D30, intelligent shock absorption. That right here, all throughout here, the shoulders, right here, the elbows and things like that. And a lot of it's freaking breathable, right? I don't know if you can see that right there. Super breathable, all mesh, so you can breathe. Get a little chest guard right here, and putting it on, it's fairly simple, right? Now, over the years, what I have found that is, you know, over the years, you see right there, I have to get a rivet in there, right? These have popped off, and I've tried my best to glue it and lock it in as much as I can, but eventually I'm gonna need to find another solution here, maybe like a plastic rivet situation here. But nonetheless, this has been great and amazing for me. Technically, I can take this off and use this on my own right here by itself, take off this part, and maybe put it underneath my jacket as well for my regular jacket or even my suit jacket to get more protection in the spine area right here. So definitely, and excuse me for looking over because I'm looking at the screen, but nonetheless, this is what I would say that you, at bare minimum, you should be wearing in the Philippines, honestly, at bare minimum. So I'm gonna take my mic off, put it on real quick, or maybe I can get it done without taking my mic. This is the Icon Stryker, I guess, rig setup right here. Field armor, as you can see right there. And this is what it looks like. Now, driving in the Philippines, this is like for me, at minimum, this one needs to be done. You gotta wear this, right? You gotta wear something like this because just in case, God forbid, things happen, you know, you have protection here, and for me, it looks cool. The red really pops out, right? You know what I'm saying? The red really pops out, and it just looks cool to me. Like when you're driving, walking around, things like that. I don't know, man. It looks kind of like you're in airsoft and things like that. But nonetheless, like it just looks cool, man. With gloves, I find that this has the best like setup for just wearing gloves, right? Because the other one is kind of like I kind of had to get it over the actual leather and stuff. But this right here on the bike, you're on like this, tucked in or something like that, or I don't know what type of bike you're on, but generally speaking, that's what it looks like. It looks pretty cool to me, honestly. I paired it with my Sedici shoes, so it gives you that ankle lock right here, the ankle protection right here. It's stiff right here, but not as it doesn't give me that much protection compared to my former boots. Had them for over a year already, and still intact. You know, I love that protection in the ankle and stuff like that. Love that protection in the ankle. It's really pointy here, and I have wide feet, so it does hurt after some time being in this, you know, this I guess this toe box, this area right here. But nonetheless, still a great pair of shoes. These are still beautiful boots. Same thing, trying to break them in because I do have some type of pain in the toe box area there, right? So still a beautiful set of boots right here. Matches the gear, just looks cool, honestly, to be, and you know, in my opinion, right here, still pretty cool. So this is my Sedici coat. Now, this is my disclaimer. This is pretty heavy, right? It has to be at least 10, 15 pounds. Now, this has been great for me. Now, my tolerance for heat is pretty high. Might not be yours. We might be, you know, it might be different for you. My point is, like, this right here for me has been amazing, right? So it's pretty simple. I think this is the Corso, and right, leather, obviously. Now you have expandable areas right here. You have the protection, elbow, outside and inside, and I'll put it on for you. Now this might be more your vibe. Full leather, right? Full leather grain, pretty thick on the leather. I acquired this in America, and looks cool, right? Right? Good protection. The Stryker does have better back protection than this. Right? I do probably have to get a better one, but nonetheless, perforated, so air is coming in. Maximum protection just here in the upper body, and it feels good to me, honestly. Feels good to me. Like I said, I have a really high tolerance for heat, maybe pain, So running around like this is fine for me, but it might not be for you. But nonetheless, like if you want maximum protection and you are in the Philippines, this might be an option for you, right? Let's put it on with the gloves. It has to fit over, this gauntlet has to fit over this right here, which does give me some trouble from time to time. But nonetheless, right? There's a look right here where you're on there, right? Right? A lot of protection here, you know, full grain leather, as I said. It's just your tolerance of, honestly, it's your tolerance of heat around here. I can tell you that when you're moving, I'm going maybe just moving around the city, you don't really feel it. I mean, at least I don't really feel it. But if you want that that sense of protection, a bit more added protection than compared to the Icon, then this might be for you. I don't know. But generally speaking, I feel good either way riding around in this, right? So let's check out for you guys, getting into the actual suit. Okay, everyone, so without further ado, let me just put on that suit. I'll do one of these. Get it really deep in there. And then, if you notice, it is literally, the top half is the same as the jacket, and that's what it was built for. This is the Sedici one-piece. I think this is the Corsa suit. As you can see right here, I gotta redo my labeling, my branding. But nonetheless, this is the suit, right? So now if you're doing long runs, makes sense to me at least. You're doing long runs.
I hope it stays there, but nonetheless, yeah, this is the look. This is the full setup right here. And this one, without that inner lining, actually feels better, honestly, without that inner lining right there. Now, protection-wise, might have to put some stuff in the butt area, but, you know, still protected. It feels way better, dude. Yeah. Tell what you guys think. Would you walk around or ride out in the Philippines with this setup? What are the pros and cons? Comment down below. But I'll check you guys later. Take care and ride safe.